Hello, my friends. Happy Monday. Today is the 5th day of the crochet along. I don't know. Hi. I don't know if anyone's crocheting along with me or not. I think a few people out and about in my crochet universe have projects that they're working on. Great Granddaddy or Great Granddaddyo projects. And tonight I'm gonna try and get through the setup rounds for the Great Granddaddyo. And I've done the setup rounds and the repeat, actually the setup and the repeats. So I'm gonna do the setup and the repeat rounds for both blankets. And after that, you're not gonna need me. You're gonna be able to do it without my help. It's so easy. Um, and so I'm not going to do like a whole start to finish with these blankets. I'm just going to give you what you need. And then hopefully it will live on my channel forever and ever. And it'll be there whenever you're ready to make your 6-day great granddaddy or great granddaddy O blanket. The O is for Noro. So I'm using Noro for this one, custom designed a great granddaddy version for the Noro Subami yarn. It's absolutely gorgeous. This is the one I'm using. It is color number 44 and it does have a name, but I don't remember what it is. The color has a name, but this is Noro Subami, it's called. And they call these dragon eggs, not skeins or balls, but dragon eggs of yarn. And if that doesn't make you love it, nothing will. Because yes, we all want a dragon egg, and to hatch it into a dragon. If you don't want that, just unfollow me right now. Because I know I want it so bad to ride on a dragon. I just feel like that would be so cool. And nobody who would mess with you. Who would mess with you if you had a dragon, That's just how it goes. So, anyways, you can use the Great Granddaddy O pattern without the Noro, of course. It just has a few more. It starts with a little longer chain, and you might want your Great Granddaddy blanket to start a little bit longer. And so if you do, you can just follow the Daddy-O pattern. There are some other little differences about it, but that is the main one, is that it's a little bit longer. I also flip it over. I flip on a different round than the Great Granddaddy blanket. And I also, just because of the way the Noro colors are, and because we're flipping the blanket, if you're using a color changing yarn with the Great Granddaddy blanket, there's a way that you can flip the blanket and then have the color not complete the circle but start going around the other way. So the mid-row color changes can kind of be, a little bit not always happening in the right place. But the Noro colors, I just wanted them to balance them out a little bit better. There's always like one color in every, the man who designed this yarn was a genius with color, but there's always like one really bright one that really stands out in every ball of Noro. Every colorway I've ever used always has like one really bright accent. And so I don't want that to be, like pool up. I want to make it even. So that's why I always alternate balls of Noro when I'm using the striping Noro like this. You don't have to. I know some of my followers who have done blankets with Noro didn't want to be bothered to alternate them, so they didn't, and they turned out fine. But for me, it's just a little extra something that I do. And for this particular blanket, the Great Granddaddyo, it just makes it flow. Just makes it flow, We just want our crochet to flow. So Yesterday, I stopped at the point where I was ready to flip the blanket and start a second ball of yarn, and I only had just a couple minutes left, so I just stopped there. So that's where I'm going to pick it up. I'm using Noro Subami yarn. It's become my favorite yarn for blankets. It's perfect for the climate in which I live because it's not very heavy. And of course, the colors are just saturated and absolutely gorgeous. This was a little bit from my false start yesterday. I don't know if you all remember that. Was that yesterday or was that 2 days ago? I don't remember. Was I on last night? I honestly don't remember. I think it was last night. All the days run together. So I'm starting a new one. And let me see, what hook I'm using an 5mm hook, but I started with a J for the first round, the chain and the first round. You want to start with 0.5 mm larger because you're working into both sides of a chain. So you don't want that to be really tight. You want that to be nice and loose. So I'm going to switch my view and so everybody can see. Oh, Liz says your outfit looks cute. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. It's been a romper summer for me. I have been wearing rompers all summer long, and some of them are really cute with flowers on them, but I've enjoyed being comfortable. And I've also gotten a lot of compliments. A lot of people like my rompers, women and men. Yeah, the dudes like their rompers. Just to be funny, I was saying a romper is a dude magnet, but I was just saying that to be funny. It's not really. I did get some attention from dudes, but they might have been looking at me like, what are you wearing? You know, it is very comfy. It's been my uniform all summer, and when I want to be presentable, I wear the t-shirt. When it's just me, or I'm, just it's really hot, it's just the sports bra and the romper. That's it. That's what I've been doing. So, and I've been enjoying it. Yeah, people are just walking by my house on the way to the beach. It's like such a great vibe. All right, let's do the old switcheroo, and I will get going on this blanket. Are you trying to get us a stepdad? No, girl, I am not even dating. No, I went through a really nasty divorce been about 6 years. I mean, it's been about 6 years since it was finalized, but it dragged on for like 3 years. That was not a fun time. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that. The answer to your question is no. I mean, I'm super happy. So, what can I say? Hi, Jennifer. Yes, thank you. Me too. It's the best thing I ever did. I would tell people, oh, I'm getting divorced. They'd say, I'm sorry. And I'd be like, don't be. It's the best thing that ever could have happened. It wasn't not a good situation at all. Okay. What am I doing? This is where I left off. Here's the corner where I finished. And so I'm going to flip I'm going to flip it, and I'm going to start my second ball over here. Okay. And this was set up round 7. Yep. So I have one more setup round, and then we're going to go into the repeating rounds, and then you're going to be good. You're not going to need me for the rest of the hopefully I'll get them all done tonight. If not, I'll finish them tomorrow. And then I'll show you how to do the edge for this one, because the edge is different. The other one, you don't need me to show you the edge because it's just single crochet and double crochet in another round of single crochet. So it's very great. I have the hiccups. That should be fun. This should be a fun live. Let me take some deep breaths. Okay, so we're flipping and I'm going to the opposite corner. Okay, that one. I made your star blanket. I love it so much. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. I'm using a Furls Odyssey. Oh wait, I told you all that I would open my Furls hooks tonight, didn't I? They sent me some hooks. So let me, oh, they're heavy. So let me just go ahead and open them really quick. What are these? Ooh, oh my gosh. This is perfect. Looks perfect. Perfect match to this blanket. That's an H. That must be the Fjord. Oh, okay. This is heavy. That must be the onyx. So I got two onyx. Oh no. Two streamlined fjords, a onyx streamlined metal, and a blush streamlined line metal. So let's see what else is here. So somebody had suggested I try one of the metal hooks because it's heavy, because I like the weight of my Odyssey. So someone had said, have you tried the metal hooks? And I said, no. And they said, well, you should. So now I see what they're saying, because it does have that weight that I like on the Odyssey. The streamline is very lightweight, but that's beautiful. I mean, I'm not going to lie, I probably won't use it, but I'll probably use it for photos because that's gorgeous. Look at that. Oh my goodness. I think these are releasing like today or tomorrow too, these Fjord hooks. Look at that. Those are definitely my colors. Like, it just, I can't believe that they match this blanket that I'm working on perfectly. That's crazy. Oh, wow. Okay. There's the blush streamlined metal. It's the same size that I'm using. Maybe I'll try it. Maybe I'll try it. I'm so loyal to my Odysseys. You know, I just really like them, and I can crochet really fast with them. Wow, thank you, Furls. They just sent me these. I got a notice that I had an order coming in, and I was like, hey guys, I didn't order anything. Send it back. And they're like, no, we're just sending it to you. And you know, that's the first time that's ever happened to me. That somebody's just been like, here, have some stuff. I'm gonna try it. I don't like trying something for the first time on camera, because what if I don't like it? And it has to be ergonomic. It has to, because I crochet so much. So if it doesn't, so I'm just noticing that it's longer, like the neck is longer. It feels longer. Yeah. So I'm just noticing it just doesn't quite fit in my hand the same way, but I'll try it. as long as it's not too distracting. Okay, set up round 8. Join a new ball with standing double crochet in the corner space. Okay, so when you do a standing, I can't do it. It feels too different. I will try it off camera. Okay, Furls, I promise. I'm gonna try it off camera. I just don't want to struggle with that. So when you're starting a standing double crochet with a new stitch, this is really how a standing double crochet is supposed to start. This is a real standing double crochet. Edie Ekman made this up. I don't know if what I do when I'm starting a standing double crochet from not with a new ball but already in the work, if that's actually called standing double crochet or not. But this is. So Edie Ekman made this up. So you just put a slip knot on your hook and then you do the same thing. You hold it in place and then you just double crochet like you normally would. And you don't have to do the slip knot either. Okay, I'm going to do it again because I just zoomed in for YouTube. Okay, start with a slip knot on your hook. And then just hold it with your finger, yarn over, and double crochet into that space. Okay, so that's set up round 8. 2 double crochet in the same space. Okay, I did this last time too, so I forgot to mark. Procrastinated long enough, time to put beans away. Beans. Let me just take this out. Navy Mommy loves to crochet. Hi everyone, popping in while on break at work. Love your patterns, Miss Betty. Thank you so much. Okay, so I'm going to mark the 25th. Stitch on the long side. They don't really look like they're across from each other, do they? It's because it's twirling already. And then we're going to mark the 10th stitch on the other side. You want to mark it from the side, from the corner where you're going to be starting to crochet. Okay. Now I'm ready to start standing double crochet in the corner, starting with a slip knot on my hook. Two double crochet in the same space. I'm going to skip 2, 3 double crochet in the next stitch 7 times. Here's my turquoise that I love. Hi, thanks for the follow. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. So you should be 3 stitches before the marker. So you skip 2, double crochet 3 together. Skip 1, double crochet 3 together, and you should be skipping the marked stitch. It's Noro Subami. I'll put this here. Skip 2, 3 double crochet in the next. It's my favorite yarn. That is a spectacular ball of yarn. I love it. It truly is. I have used a lot of Noro because I love it so much, but I think this is my favorite of all time. My favorite colorway of all time. I love green and I love blue, and I just love all these different um iterations of green and blue, that it's just like somebody said yesterday, it's very mermaid, um which I love. And when you're making a project like a blanket like this out of this yarn, it's like a journey. You just like go on all this journey with all the colors. Okay, so I'm 2 single crochet from the corner. So now I'm going to do 3 double crochet, chain 2, and I'm only chaining 2 on this one, and it's something with my tension. 3 is too much. So if 2 is not enough, do 3. Okay, so that's what happens on the first side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 3, 3, 3 in the corner. This is gonna, or 3, 2, 3. This is gonna be a corner here. Okay, and then when you look down here on, this is the first time we did this, the cluster rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 here. there's always going to be 3 more than on the next repeat. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so 5, 3. It always goes up by 3. Hi, Andrew. Okay, we're going to do the same thing here. Skip 2, 3 double crochet in the next. Twice. Okay, and then skip 2, double crochet 3 together. Skip 1, double crochet 3 together. Skip 2, 3 double crochet in the next. Skip 2, 3 double crochet in the next. And now this only happens on this first repeat. The last setup round 8 is what we're on. We only have 1 to skip before the corner. Okay, so now we're going to work into this corner, and this is where I was before, right? This is my dropped working yarn. Okay, so I'm going to work over it into the space. 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet, 3. Now before I pull it up, I'm going to tighten this. Come on now. I'm going to tighten this one and put it on my hook. Okay, and then I'm going to work these 2 threads together just for that 1 stitch next to the chain. And now I'm going to drop the extra one again. So as I go up this corner, I'm going to work my dropped yarn along with my working yarn just for 1 stitch next to the chain space in the corner every time. And so I'm going to carry it up the corner. All right, and then you just work it for that 1 stitch, and then you drop it and just let it hang. And then keep, you just have to keep it out of the way so it doesn't tangle. All right, and then I did my chain 2, and now I'm going to do 3 double crochet in this corner. Okay, and then every time you go past it, you might need to do a little flipperoo and just keep it out of the way of your, I didn't actually need to do that. Keep it out of the way, keep them untangled. As you keep turning your work around and around and around, these yarns are going to twist. Just if they twist, just untwist them every time. Just make it a habit. Okay, but there's my stitch right next to the chain space, and it's worked along with both threads, the one I'm using and the one that's waiting. Okay, and I can get rid of these guys. I'm just going to do that for this entire repeat, and then on the next repeat I'm going to be starting in this corner, and I'm going to be carrying this one up the other corner. That's how it works. Skip 2, 3 double crochet in the next. I think it's 7 times. Yes. So we're doing the same thing we did on the other side, just mirroring it. Is this blanket gorgeous or what? Oh my gosh. These colors. One more. Skip 2, double crochet 3 together. Skip 1, double crochet 3 together, and you should be skipping the marked stitch. Skip 2, 3 double crochet in the next. Skip 2, 3 double crochet in the next. 7 times. Hello, I'm doing the 6-day Great Granddaddyo. Daddy-o, the big daddy. What happened here? Oh, that's just my end. Okay. Three, 2, 3 in the corner. Hi, Phyllis. You bought the pattern yesterday? I'm so glad. Skip 2, 3 double crochet in the next twice. Uh-oh, I must have counted wrong here. Skip 2, double crochet. Let's see if I did. Yes, I did. I put it in the 9th stitch, not the 10th one. Double crochet 3 together. Skip 1, double crochet 3 together, and you should be skipping the marked stitch. provided you marked the 10th one and not the 9th one. Skip 2, 3 double crochet in the next. Skip 2, 3 double crochet in the next. And on this round only, we have that anomaly where we only have one to skip. But it only happens this one time. And then after this, you have two, it's skip 2 every time. Thank you, Charisse. I love them. I think they're incredible. And then we're going to chain 1, half double crochet to join. Okay, I'll take all these little markers out because I don't like when they scritch on the table. Okay, and I like to mark my last stitch of the round, my first stitch of the round, and the space. Just having these ends when I'm on a live kind of bugs me. I don't usually weave ends as I go along, but this is just to keep it out of my way. Let me use my little, I think it's pronounced Lika. Lika. I mean, I take it back. Knitting Fever sent me these. For no reason other than because they like me. They like me and I like them. What's not to like? Would you look at this yarn? Is it not the most beautiful yarn you've ever seen? Come on now. Look at those colors. Okay, so now our setup rounds are done. Setup round is the last round, and then we're going on to round 3. And we're going from setup 8 to 3 because all 6-day crochet is numbered 2 through 7. The repeating rounds or rows are 2 through 7. So row 2 and 3 are always these cluster rows. Rows 4 and 7 are always single crochet, and rows 5 and 6 are always double crochet. So in the chevron pattern, it you know, even if you start with a straight start, those straight start rows are called setup rows, and then you'll go 2 through 7. 6-day star blanket, you have the setup rows in the center, and then it goes 2 through 7. It is gorgeous. I love all the gadgets that go with crochet. I know, right? When they gave me these scissors, I was like, I wasn't even going to use them for a while. They were just like so nice. They were so nice. I was just like, I'm not worthy. That's how I felt about them. I did not feel worthy. Okay, so now we're going on to regular round 3. So it's going to repeat 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, but we're not going to get to 2 until the end of this. So we're just starting the repeat in the middle of it at round 3. We're going to go 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and continue that way. And then this repeats for 10. It has 10 repeats, and then it has a it repeats 3 and 4. So it ends on 4. Okay, so let me zoom in a little bit for you, YouTube. I think it's just easier to see. Okay, and then we're going to do a standing double crochet. Two double crochet in the same space. Okay, and then I'm going to mark the first one. And then we're doing 3 double crochet in each space, 3DC in each of the next 8 spaces. So if you're following along with the pattern, you'll see 8, and then you'll see a set of parentheses with 9 other numbers in it. And so what you'll want to do is either print out your pattern, or however you keep track of it digitally, use your markup tool, or whatever you all do in Kindle, highlight it with black, and you want to cross out the 8. And the next time you do round 3, it's going to be 11. And then the time after that, it's going to be 14. And then the time after that, it's going to be 17. So it's going to go up by 3 every time. So each repeat, you have 3 more clusters or spaces along the side. Whether it's the long side or the short side, it's always 3 more than the repeat before. And there's always 1 more space than cluster in round 3. So if you had 7 clusters in round 2, you're going to have 8 spaces in round 3. Okay, but you don't really have to count them if you are like me and you don't enjoy sitting there and counting as you crochet because you want to watch your show. You don't really have to count them. You just, when you get to these 2 clusters, you put a double crochet 3 together cluster in between them. And I've seen people adapt the 6-day granny square and the 6-day great granddaddy and not have these double crochet 3 together clusters. I've seen that, and you can do that if you want, but it, for one, the numbers don't work out, and also the sides are rounded if you don't include this little gathering in it. That's what I found when I did it. And if you look at people's projects when they have chosen not to do the double crochet 3 together on the sides, their projects often look like they're like ruffling a little bit. They're not really flat, or the edges are rounded. So I don't recommend it, but to each their own. I know I read somebody's Ravelry post and they were like, it looks like a mistake. It's definitely not a mistake. Um, I did it for a reason. I did it to make the numbers work, and I also did it for shaping, and also because I wanted the blanket to be unique. I wanted the stitch to be unique. I wanted my square to be unique. The single crochet and double crochet rounds on this blanket are very mindless. So it's good to have a couple rounds in here where you have to think. You don't really have to think that much. Six-day star in progress. I have a 6-day star in progress. I have 12 cakes of yarn and I'm going till I run out. I cannot wait to see that. 333 in the corner. I'm sorry, 323. I'm so used to saying 333. All my patterns are free on my site. This one is the 6-day Great Granddaddyo with the Noro yarn. It's called Daddy-O for Noro, and it is a little bit different than the regular Granddaddy, 6-day Great Granddaddy. This is the Daddy-O. You're welcome. I guess I should just, hold on, let me just go back and say what happened here, because I was talking. So what happened was there's a knot in my yarn right here. And so I am going to treat it like I'm joining a new ball of yarn. So the way I do that is I pull the new ball, the new strand, through the last 2 loops of the last stitch of my old yarn, and then I take my 2 tails. These are my 2 tails. They're tied together with a knot, but I don't leave knots in my work. So I'm pretending these are 2 ends. And this is my working yarn up here. And I flip the tails over the working yarn and I hold it to the back, and then I keep going. And then it just anchors them in place so they're not, leaving like a big hole in my work while I'm working. And I'll just leave them there until the project is complete and I'll weave them in. Always leave 3 to 4 inches of tail to weave in. I don't think I weave in all of that. I think I probably actually weave about 2/3 of it, and then I trim it off. But you don't want to tie a knot and cut the ends. And if you're going to weave in your ends, you don't need the knot. Okay? So knots, my friends, are a lie. The magic knot, it magically comes undone. All right, now we're going around this corner. I'm just going to stop there because I could really get on my soapbox. Just weaving in ends is, it's just more reliable. Where you put all this work into your project, and why would you, want to think that somebody put it in the washing machine or the dryer and your knot came undone and it started unraveling and there's nothing to fix it with. Okay, so we're double crocheting 3 times in each space until we get to those double crochet 3 together, 2 double crochet 3 together clusters, and then we do a double crochet 3 together cluster in between them. Thank you so much. I mean, is this yarn not incredibly beautiful? It couldn't be any more beautiful if it tried. No, my yarn is not doubled, but I have a second thread coming off of here because I like to alternate them just to balance out. This Noro always has like a really bright tone in there, and I like to balance it out. So I alternate skeins when I'm using it so I don't end up with any unintentional pooling. So that's what that's about. And then I'll show you because I'm about to come to the corner where I have the other yarn waiting, and I'm going to show you how I carry it so that I don't have to weave in ends every time if you want to weave in ends, you don't have to do this. You can just cut it when you change balls and then cut it. Oh, that's so sweet. I have the best support. Like I'm supported by Knitting Fever, and they send me a lot of stuff. They're so nice to me. I just love them. And they have the best yarn. Okay, so this I'm going to do 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet in the corner. So on this last third double crochet before the chain, I'm going to pick up my waiting yarn and I'm going to work it together with that double crochet right next to the chain, and then I'm going to drop it again. Okay, so it's just going to go back and wait its turn nicely, chain 2. Okay, and then each time I come, so you already forgot it was there, right? Look, there it is. And now it's going up the side, and nobody is ever gonna know. Like, I had to look closely at the completed one that I did. I totally forgot that I had carried yarn up the corners. Like, it is not in the least bit obvious. You will never know. Uh-oh. All right, TikTok's making me do the puzzle thing. Okay, then I just keep going along my way, along my business. And that other yarn is just going to wait. And when I complete this repeat and I start round 2, I'm going to switch back. So there's a poll on the TikTok live that tells you everything I'm doing and what the yarn is and what the pattern is and where to find it and what my hooks are and all that. Yeah, so this one I could leave over here, keep it out of the way. It doesn't matter, it's just waiting. I can't believe how beautiful this yarn is. Three double crochet in each space. between the two, 3 double crochet 3 together clusters. You do 1 double crochet 3 together cluster. Three double crochet in each space to the corner, and then 3, 2, 3 in the corner spaces. It's on my website, bettymcknit.com. Linked in bio also. Three, 2, 3 in the corner. 3 double crochet in each space. Double crochet 3 together between the 2 double crochet 3 together. Three double crochet in each space to the end. Oh my gosh. These greens give it like a woodland feel, like a woodland fairy fae kind of feel. Hey Cindy, how are you? Good to see you, my dear. How have you been? Okay, and this is my last stitch of the round that I marked. And this is my space, corner space. So I'm at my last corner space. It gets 3 double crochet. single crochet and join with a half double crochet. Whoops. And then I like to mark the last double crochet of the round, the first double crochet of the round, and the space. I notice I don't want to really speed through this particular project. I know, it's incredible, isn't it? I don't want to speed through. It's like a journey. Like using this yarn is like a journey. It takes you through. Like this was the ocean mermaid vibes, and now I'm in the forest with the elves and the fairies. Okay, so rounds 4, 5, 6, and 7 are super easy. 4 is a round of single crochet, 2 rounds of double crochet, round of single crochet again, and then we'll be ready for round 2. All right, so let's see. Chain 1, this is round 4. Single crochet in the space, corner space, single crochet in each stitch around, and we know which one is the first one because we marked it, thank goodness. It's easy to think that bottom of that half double crochet is a stitch to be worked into, but it's not. It's actually, if we were doing chain spaces, it would be the equivalent of a chain space. So you actually work around the half double. And let's see what this says. 57 single crochet on the long sides and 27 single crochet on the short sides. I'm not a person that really likes to count as they're going along, but I know some of you will want to do that. So thank you for the follow. Single crochet, chain 2, single crochet in the corner. Oh, now it's like a dark blue. Now it's like a dark blue with a little green coming in. Okay, so I'm at my corner where I have my other yarn waiting, and I'm just going to do one of these single crochet with both threads, and then I'm going to drop this waiting one and just continue with my working one. Single crochet, chain 2, single crochet in the corner, and then single crochet in each stitch across. Oh my gosh, look at that. That's so pretty. I know, right? I need more. I need more of it. I'm gonna order some more. I was just thinking about ordering some more. Oh, it's so pretty. It is so pretty. I can't. Oh my gosh. It's so nice. It is almost a crime. Well, I mean, it's beautiful in the ball, or they call it a dragon egg. It's like, of course they call it a dragon egg, but I mean, uh, look at it worked up. Like, we haven't even begun to see all of the colors yet. It has pink in it. It started with pink, and I had to rip it off. I had to rip it out when I did it. So the pink is sitting over there waiting. Beautiful pattern boot. Oh, thank you so much. I think you could work up anything in this yarn and it would be amazing. But I happen to think that 6-day crochet and Noro are like a match made in heaven. I honestly do. What website can you order it from? They haven't put up kits for this for me. So I would go to Knitting Fever and I would look for a retailer. They're the supplier and they send me the yarn. And I'm not set up as a retailer yet. Like, I have the account, I just haven't set it up yet. But I would go to knittingfever.com and find a retailer that carries it. And if you don't have one near you, you can, a lot of them do mail order. Mail order? Is that the right? Online. A lot of them have online stores to support their brick and mortar. I know. I would fight you. You tried last night and couldn't figure it out? I mean, did you try Googling? I know they have like a shop shop online kind of thing that they started during the pandemic, but it's limited what you can buy through there. Like, I think you can just get the kits. Like, my other 3 kits that I have, the beach house blanket with them and the 2 shawls, and they're all done up in Noro, and those you can buy. I used that sound on here. I hit her, but I captioned it, the last yard. That's funny. Um, um, yeah, they have that like shop local kind of scene, but I think you can only purchase kits So my kits are on there, but I just checked today and there's only one color of there's only one colorway available for my kits in the blanket. And then the shawls, I think they each only had one available as well. So I don't know. I think the best thing to do is find a retailer through through Knitting Fever. They have a list of retailers, and I think you can put your zip code in. Hello, Alaska. This one is, which one is, I think it's number 44. Yes, color number 44. You don't live in an igloo? Well, that's like when I lived in Hawaii and people thought you live in a grass shack and wear a grass skirt everywhere. It's like, nope, they live in houses. Nice ones too. Okay, this is my last um, corner of the round. So I've got one single crochet and then I'm going to join. Let me just get that out of there. I'm going to join with a half double crochet to the top of the single crochet, and then I'm going to mark the last stitch of the round, the first stitch of the round, and the space. Excuse me, Miss Hamilton. The ads are how I get paid for giving you a free pattern. If you don't want to look at them, you can go to my Shopify store and you can get the pattern by the PDF. But that's how I get paid for free patterns. So that's how it works. That's how we're able to do it. Who else is that's fine. I mean, scrolling the ads on my page supports me too. There are some people that don't want to pay. They want it for free. So that's, that's how we're able to do it, is by putting the ads on the page. And I don't like it either. I think it's really spammy, but that's how I get paid. And then there are some people that don't, they don't want to be bothered with that. They'd rather just pay $6. So that, the pattern PDF is available for you. And I could tell you what, for the longest time, I didn't even sell the PDF because I thought nobody's going to buy that. And then there are also another round of people who don't want to do the pattern at all. They just want the video. So that's why I'm on here doing video all the time too, because there are a lot of people that don't want to read patterns. They want you to show it to them. I never would look. I mean, it drives me crazy when I have to do something with ads too, but that's how we get paid. I actually make more money from the free patterns than I do the paid patterns. That's why I get upset when people say things like, oh, it's just a free pattern. It's a free pattern on the internet, so I can do a YouTube tutorial of it, or I could do I could just give it to somebody. No. You can't. It's still a copyright. I still make money from it, you know? So free patterns are the same as paid. My free patterns are exactly the same as my paid patterns. I don't do the thing where I give you part of the pattern for free and then try to entice you to buy it. I've made probably 7 or 8 of your patterns and I spend so much. Well, thank you so much. You've probably given me more money than the people who pay. I appreciate it. I'll just go to my laptop. It'll be easier. You can get the PDF. Hi, Salvia. Thank you so much. The colors are stunning. See how it's kind of twirling? That's why I flip it. Oh, you're so cute. Thank you, Lovey Bunny. I love that. Thank you so much. I'm going to do Star Blanket September, so help everybody get their Star Blanket going. All the newbies that want to do one this year. I'll do another crochet along for everybody. And I'm going to do the Superstar. Last year I did those I did the live tutorials, but I did Ridgy Didge. So this year I'm just going to do straight up star, Superstar, and Supernova. I think I'm going to make my Supernova out of this yarn. This is incredible yarn. What's your favorite blanket design to make? My favorite to make is the Superstar, actually. I really like that one. I like going around and around. And I like the Superstar because the points don't get that big. So you don't have, like with the Star Blanket, you have like 97 double crochet to get to the top. But the Superstar only has, like all the points are small and they don't get that big because there's so many of them. So I love the Superstar. It's like, to me, it's the, it just, it hits all the points for me. I love that one. You're making a Superstar. Yeah. A lot of people are getting interested in the Superstar now. Now that we've all done the star. So I think the way I'm going to do the Superstar, now, with the star blankets and the 6-day blankets, you can stripe them any way you want. But I think with the Superstar, there was a crocheter in my Facebook group and she did her Superstar. She did every single crochet round a different one of the eras colors of Taylor Swift. I'm not a Swiftie, so it had to be explained to me, but the blanket was actually really pretty. So the first single crochet round was like the color of the first album, and then the next single crochet round was the color of the second album, and so on. And I guess there's like 10 of them and they all have different colors associated with them. So I think that is how I'm going to do the Superstar. She did it in the Superstar blanket and it was really cute. So I actually ordered the yarn last night, but we'll see how it goes. So it's going to be Star Blanket September, but right now it's still August. So let's get this going. What round are we on? We are on round 5. Now the Superstar, and I'm rotating between 3 colors every row, a color change. That's my favorite way to do it, actually, how I did it in the video. I like going 3 rounds and then changing. Let's see, round 5, standing double crochet. Oh my gosh, this blue, so pretty. Double crochet into the same space. Well, I gotta do that again. So once again, I'm not in love with doing the standing double crochet. I don't find it fun. I find it necessary. If you don't like it, you can chain 3, but I prefer the way it looks in the corner. Oh goodness. Okay, that one's better. and then double crochet into the same space. And then we're going to double crochet in each stitch across, and thank goodness I marked that one so I would know which one was first. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and mark this standing double here. And then let's see, whoops. Double crochet in each stitch around, making 2, 2, 2 in the corner spaces. And you should have 65 double crochet on the long side and 35. Is that right? 61 and 31. It's Noro Subami. It's called Subami. Noro Subami, and this one's number 44. Hello, Jetton. It is stunning, isn't it? It's incredible. I'm afraid when I post this, it's gonna sell out. I'm gonna go like buy a bunch more before I post it. I have another, I got some for my sister too, so I have hers here. I should show you all that one. They're all amazingly beautiful, all of them. Incredible yarn. Incredible. It's, you know, I keep saying it's a journey to work up. And now I'm going into this dark blue that reminds me of like, oh, sky, just really, really blue sky. Have you gotten any of the Karen anniversary cakes? So I'm making, this is the Great Granddaddyo blanket. The O is for Noro, but I'm making a Great Granddaddy, which is just a slightly different version of this pattern with one of the older colors of anniversary cakes. So this is a great pattern for the anniversary cakes, but the one that I have is old. It's one of the old. It's called Blues Hues, and I'll be here fangirling if you need me. You guys are so funny. I won't be buying any more anniversary cakes though. I have those 2 old ones. They've been sitting over there by the window staring at me all year. And so that's it. I'm doing a Great Granddaddy with them. And I've actually been doing that on lives as well. I did tutorial crochet along with it where I talk through the whole thing. And now I'm doing this one. They're very similar patterns. You know, they're both a rectangle, granny rectangle, 6-day crochet stitches. This one's a little bit longer. Starts off a little bit longer than the Great Granddaddy. They both work around and around in a, in the round fashion. Oh, here comes the pink, I think. Now we're going back to Mermaid Land. My phone was reading my mind. I was thinking about the 60. That's funny. I think we were talking in my group. Somebody was saying like, oh, I just don't quite have this pattern memorized. It takes like the regular 6-day blanket, the original chevron, it takes a while to memorize it. It's like the ends of the rows are all different, and it just takes a minute to like memorize and remember it. And I was like, I think 60 kid blanket is in my blood. It's in my DNA at this point. Because I just pick up yarn and a hook and I start doing it. I'm still not tired of it. How many stitches did I say we should have? 61 on the long side and 31 on the short side. And you know I'm not going to count them. So count your own. Count them yourself. Oops, that's where I had that knot. I don't know what's happening. It looks like my screen is frozen. Thanks for the follow. Okay, I'm in that corner where I've got my waiting yarn. So the last stitch before I do my chains, I'm just going to pick that yarn up and work that double crochet with both yarns. And then I'm going to drop it, and it's just going to wait there until I come back around again. And just keep carrying up that corner. And you don't have to. You don't have to alternate um, yarns, but I just think it balances out the colors a little bit better. Your top view sets you above the rest. You guys are too cute. You're too sweet. I really do my best. I mean, I've been doing this a while. I have been doing this since before TikTok. You know, I have a whole setup. Um I've been doing it for a while. I never wanted to make videos either, but when my pattern went viral, my kids were like, you should have a YouTube channel. And I was like, I don't want to do that. And they were like, people make money doing that, right? And I was like, show me how. And then they told me about Patreon, which I had never heard of before. My daughter just started a 6-day sweater pattern. It must be the 6-day hexagon cardigan. You know, one of the things I'm working on too are that I have these garments like the shrugs and stuff that the kids like to wear now. And those those need some work. They need to be improved, and I need to make videos for those shrugs. But the hexagon cardigan, yes, there are tutorials for it, but they're not like organized or chaptered out. They're in a playlist, so I think you can find the playlist. But you know, sometimes I do stuff like this on lives, and then I never go back and do the chapters. I need somebody. I need a channel manager to do that for me. If anyone's interested in like watching all my YouTube videos and doing the chapters for them, let me know. And the descriptions, some of them don't even have descriptions. I just threw them up there, you know, literally just after the live, just uploaded it to YouTube, and that was the end of that. I'm a slob. I mean, when I first started my business, I didn't know what I was doing, but now I know what I'm doing. I know better. So I'm really trying to get things straightened out here. But I need help. It's too much for one person. Let's take a look and maybe I can figure something out. Is it the 6-day hexagon cardigan that she's doing? Yeah, there's a playlist for it, but all the videos are unorganized. She's 19 and she can she can fend for herself. All right, mama. You tell them kids. Oh my gosh, what is this gray? Is this gray? It's like denim and and navy. I don't even know what I'm looking at here. It just went from dark blue to like now it's like gray and white or something. She's lazy and wants me to find it. Well, that's how I feel sometimes when people are like, "Is there a video for this?" People ask me all the time and I'm like, if it is, it would be on my YouTube channel. You know, but I can't even complain because my YouTube is like such a hot mess. What you want, Miss Ritzy? 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet in the corners. It is stunning, but you know, I just didn't notice it turning gray. Oh, I didn't understand why you have the second cake. Well, you must have missed it when I said it. It's because I don't want any unintentional pooling of the yarn. So I go one way with one, and then I flip the blanket over every repeat, and I go the other way with the other. Oh, Andrew. Andrew just reminded me. I forgot about this. My scented stitches. How are you liking yours, Andrew? I saw you with it in your photos. This is Stitch Balm. It's an aromatherapy balm. You put it on your finger, and it keeps you from getting um, it keeps you from getting, you know, a friction burn, which I didn't think I got, but I see I do have a mark on my finger. Um, and it also it has aromatherapy in it, and that gets picked up by the yarn. Makes your project smell really nice. I like it a lot. It smells amazing. Yep, it's aromatherapy. It's called Scented Stitches, and I do have an affiliate link in my bio for it. They have 4 different scents. This one's my favorite, Power. And I did Cheer on my Ridgy Ditch. Everybody always wants Calm. But I think I decided to go with Confidence. You picked up crochet because of me? Well, I'm happy to enable you. It's a wonderful hobby. Okay, that's my last stitch of the round. Okay, and I feel like it's important to mark it because look at that. That looks like it could be another stitch to work into that chain right there, but it's not. It's a space. So we're doing 2 double crochet in that first space. I did it as a kid, and we have no how-to videos back in the, I know, right? Chain 1, half double crochet to join, and then mark, mark, mark. Mark the corner, mark the space. Mark the last one, mark the first one, and mark the space. I've been doing it since I was 7 years old, almost every single day. Yeah, so you see how I'm getting those twirly corners? So that's why we're flipping it. And I don't always get those. It's something to do with the tension with this particular yarn. I think I'm working it a little more loosely. And so that's why I'm flipping the blanket once every repeat. I'm flipping it after round 7. And I'm starting round 2 from the opposite corner with the other ball of yarn. So I'm balancing out the colors of the yarn, and I'm also balancing out my tension, because whenever you go work something in the round without flipping it, it's going to tilt a little to the right. A crochet stitch, the top of like if this is my double crochet, the top of the double crochet is a little to the right, or if you're left-handed, it's a little to the left. So if you keep going around and around as you're working, your work is going to tilt a little bit. And you can tell with the star blanket, sometimes people will say, this isn't straight, it's not even, I should be skipping this one and this one in the valley. Well, if you do skip those 2 bottom stitches in the valley, it looks like you're a little off center. But that is That's how crochet is structured. Yeah, we did not have TikTok or videos or YouTube. I went to undergraduate school with the guy that started YouTube also. He was also in my major. Same time. I don't remember anything from that time. I don't remember much from that major either because I was always at dance. I skipped a lot of class. All right, let's go with round 6. Standing double crochet. Oh, it's loose again. Let's try again, Betty. Standing double crochet. Double crochet in the same space. Double crochet in each stitch around. I did not even know there was dark gray or black in this yarn. It didn't register. I mean, now I see it right there on the outside of the ball, but it didn't register. Double crochet in each stitch around, and you're supposed to have, not that I counted my stitches, but let's see. You're supposed to have on round 6, 65 double crochet on the long side, on 35 double crochet on the short side. And then what you want to do is take your markup or however you're reading your pattern, whatever you're reading your pattern off of. If you've printed it out or you have it on a digital thing, and then you take the markup tool and you cross out the 65 and the 35. And then next time you come around, it's your stitch count is going to be the next one in the sequence. I kept seeing the 6-day star blanket on TikTok, so I bought all the things again. So I learned as long as you do the right things in the right place, you should be okay. That's true. I mean, you really technically are supposed to count. But what bothers me about counts, and the reason why I left them off, I left total stitch counts off of the pattern for a long time. Because you don't really need them if you're following the pattern, okay? Who's going to count to 789 at the end of the round? Nobody. I'm sorry. I don't believe anyone's doing it. I don't even believe they're counting 140 or whatever they're counting. But what happened was people are getting the wrong stitch count, and then they're just throwing a couple extra stitches in, and that's not gonna work. That's not gonna fix it. Just having the right stitch count isn't enough. The stitches all have to be in the right places. So, and I'm also not, like, I am not somebody who's like, oh, I have to rip it out. You can't fudge. But if you are going to fudge something, you should know, go back and figure out where you missed a stitch so you know where to stick an extra one in. Don't just self-correct and keep going, like fudge intelligently. That's the thing. That's my thing. Fudge intelligently. Don't just fudge because you don't know what the heck went wrong and you just want to bring your stitch count, to where it needs to be. Figure out what you did and then you can fudge. If you make a mistake on the star pattern, it's very forgiving if you know what you're doing. Some of these new, if you're a newbie crocheter and you don't know what you're doing, then it can be a little bit harder to figure out. But you know what I dislike is when people do the crying emoji at me, or those faces, those emoji. I can't figure it out. I'm ready to rip my hair out. Like, calm down. It's crochet. Chill out. I always frog in and start over. Well, I don't always frog in and start over. It just depends. I don't think there's any shame in fudging. Just know what you're doing. Know why you're fudging. Know what you're fudging. Know why you're adding an extra stitch. Single crochet, I'm sorry, 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet in the corner. Yeah, don't just, and sometimes you'll see people on there like, mine's off, I'm just going to keep going and hope for the best. That doesn't work with the star blanket, and it doesn't work with the 6-day blanket. It doesn't just work itself out. Yes. Well, yes, that is a really good point. Putting something down, walking away when you're feeling like that and you're feeling frustrated, it is time to put it down, take a breath, walk away, get a drink of water, walk the dog, do some jumping jacks, take a nap, take a shower, do something, and then come back. And usually you'll see whatever it was you were goofing up. Taking a fresh look at something is always helpful. I really want to get through all the repeating rounds tonight. Oh, you're knitting with Nora right now. Do you know I can't count and I find myself doing 2 stitches and thinking 3 in a granny square. I do that all the time. I'll look down at my work and it'll have 2 stitches in a space instead of 3. I'm doing great. Okay, so I'm here at the corner with the second ball. And I'm going to work 1 double crochet, and then the second double crochet, I'm going to work with both of them. And then I'm going to drop the waiting one. I'm just going to wait. It's got 1 more round to wait. So always the stitch right before or right after the chain is the one you just work the waiting yarn along with. Okay, and we should have, what did I say? 65 and 35. 65 double crochet. This is round 6. 65 double crochet on the long side and 35 on the short side. So I don't really like to crochet more than 2 hours at a time on a live because it's just really, really rough on my body. So I think what I'll do, this is round 6. I can do round 7 and round 2 tomorrow night. It's round 7, round 2, round 3, round 4, and the edge. That's a lot. Let me do one more round tonight because I want to show you how to do the edge. Colors are more beautiful on TikTok than YouTube. Hi, Pat. This is an exceptionally beautiful colorway. Hi, Pat. How are you? I have Pat J on YouTube and Pat O on TikTok. You've been lurking. Two double crochet, chain two double crochet in the corner. And we're going to have a total of 65 on the long side and 37. Oh crap, I think I've been saying it wrong this whole time. 65 and 30. No, it's 65 and 35. Oh my goodness. You can tell I'm just about ready to be done. The rounds are taking longer and longer to do. Did a full repeat tonight, I believe. Okay, there's my last stitch of the round. Two double crochet into the space. Single crochet and join with the half double crochet. Whoops. And I like to mark the last one, the first one, and the space. Okay, this is going to be my last round tonight, round 7. Chain 1, single crochet into the space. Single crochet in each stitch around, working 1, 2, 1 in each corner space. And let's see, this time we should have 67 and 37, and I'm not counting them, so and then we're going to want to mark the center stitch on each side. So 37, I guess I would have 18 on each side of that. So I would want to mark the 19th one. Does that sound right? So I guess now I'm going to count. That can't be right. I'm not thinking straight because I'm at 19. My numbers might be off in the pattern. Oh no, because it's 67. So 19 will be the short side. Oh my, see, I need to just do the stitches and then I'll count them and mark them tomorrow because I'm hungry and I need to get off of here and eat. I'm not thinking straight and I can't count. So no sense in doing that. I'm pushing it a little bit too far. It's 9:02. 2 minutes past my 2-hour limit. My brain's like, nope, we're not doing numbers. We need a chicken sandwich. If you want us to think, you better give us some chicken or something. Nope, not gonna happen. You think you want to figure out some numbers right now, huh? Nope, we're not doing that. Protein, baby. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do my supernova with this for Star Blanket September. Supernova. You are from the South. I'm actually from Pittsburgh. but I've lived in the South more than I lived in Pittsburgh. Yep, I am from Western PA. I grew up in a town a little north of Pittsburgh called Sharon, Pennsylvania. You know where the shoe store, the big shoe store, Daffin's Candies and Ryer's shoe store is. That's where I grew up, and I got married when I was 22 to my high school sweetheart, who was you're in Connellsville. He was, it was Top Gun. Top Gun had just come out, so he wanted to be a pilot. So he went into the Navy, and he was a pilot, and we ended up leaving Western PA and living all over the country for like, you know, 18 years. My first duty station, his, was down here in Norfolk, and that's when I started working on my Southern accent. I definitely noticed that there were certain things that I said that could not be understood by other people unless I said them a certain way. And then I lived in California, and then I lived in Maryland, and then I lived in California again, and then I lived in Maryland again, and then we lived in Hawaii for 3 years, and that was my favorite. Yins. Yes, I'm a Yinzer. I'm a Yinzer. I love Tennessee. Tennessee's beautiful. Um, yep. And then after Hawaii, my ex-husband retired. He got a government job, so we moved to Northern Virginia, and I lived there for 8 years, and then I had to leave him, and I went to live in Newburgh, New York for 5 years. I lived there. And there was somebody here from Newburgh the other night on the live, and we talked about Newburgh a bunch. That was fun. And then in 22, after the pandemic, I moved to the Outer Banks. My kids kind of went off and did their own thing. And so I was like, well, nobody needs me anymore. Where do I want to live? And I really wanted to go back to Hawaii, but I know it's, like it's overcrowded there. And, I'm not native Hawaiian. I'm just a tourist. And so I decided not to go to Hawaii. And I chose to come here to the Outer Banks, which reminds me of Hawaii in certain ways, just basically in that it's an island. But I love being by the ocean, and it's very healing. It's been very healing, and I had a rough couple of years there, and I really needed to be somewhere that would support my healing. And this place really has. I really like it here. Hawaii is very expensive. I don't think I could give up my mountains. Well, even though my kids are grown and on their own, I knew that if I went to Hawaii, I would not see much of them because it's really a difficult trip to make. And I, with my health problems, do not like air travel at all. Have a very difficult time in an airplane. So I just knew if I went there, I wouldn't see very much of my kids and other people I know and love. on the mainland. Well, unfortunately, I am not sure where to tell you all where to get this yarn. I don't have my retail set up. So you should go to the Knitting Fever website and find a retailer that carries it near you, or do an online order. It is, isn't it? It's exceptionally gorgeous. So this is my last round for tonight. And then tomorrow I'm going to finish this one up with round 2, 3, and 4. You have to end this one with round 4. 2, 3, and 4. And then I'm going to show you how I did the edge, the little custom edge that I'm calling beach waves at low tide. I think that's what I call it. I couldn't remember what I called it. I think it's beach waves at low tide. It's a very beachy vibe. Isn't it gorgeous though? I love it. Six-day Great Granddaddyo. The Great Granddaddy is the adjustable one that you can, just make it in any weight of yarn and keep going as big or as you want. Stop whenever you want. Keep going as big as you want. And the Great Granddaddyo is written specifically for this yarn, and it's not adjustable. It just gives you all the numbers for this yarn, all the yardage, just for this particular version. So this one's specific, and the other one is more general and adaptable, because I know y'all like to adapt. You never want to do what I say. You want to do your own thing. But this is the Great Granddaddyo. The O is for Noro. And the other pattern is the Great Granddaddy. They're both free on my website, BettyMcKnit.com. Hang on, I just bought that brand of yarn. Does it work up the same way all the 6? Yes, it works the same way. You have the setup rounds in the beginning to get it started, and then it's repeating 2 through 7. Thank you, Andrew. You're the best. Okay, that's my last stitch of the round. So I know the next one is the space, and I have the space marked just in case. I got mine from Salty Yarns in Maryland. There you go, guys. Salty Yarns in Maryland. Look them up online. And then join with a half double crochet. Okay, and I like to mark the last stitch, the first stitch, and the space. I'll give it the ocean waves. I'll give it the hula waves. I'll give it a little hula dancing. Aloha, oi. There you go, my friend. I print them out and keep them in a binder. Oh, I have my own binder in your life. That's insane. Thank you so much. Thank you, Andrew. You're the best. Okay. Is it tomorrow night that I'm going to be live again, or is it Wednesday? Oh, it's not till Wednesday. Okay, so Wednesday I'll be live and I'll finish up the last 3 rounds of this. I just minimized all my windows at once. So I'll see you 2 nights from now. Bye, everybody. Have a good rest of your night. I'm going to go eat something so I can think straight again. Bye.